by the chute, please.
So the scenes under the tree, I guess, were particularly emotionally challenging. In the proposal scene and the final scene, and, amongst others. When you're dealing with this language that we don't really use anymore, the challenge is sort of making that feel right when you say it and making it, the words not feel foreign and the language not feel foreign, and really kind of making it sit well in yourself.
I'm not speaking to you through mortal flesh. It is my spirit that addresses your spirit, as if we'd passed through the grave and stood at God's feet equal, as we are.
As we are.
Even phrases like, I'm speaking to you through mortal flesh, or, things we're so much more elaborate and so much more kind of poetic and visual. My parents are photographers, and I sort of grew up around photography and cameras, and it was always their thing. I never thought it would be anything that I'd do. But in the last few years, I've become really interested in it, and I really love it. And sort of as an actor, you have to wait until there's a film, and then you have to wait until they're ready to shoot. And so what I love about photography is that it's sort of something that's my thing completely, and I can kind of control it, and it's a really good release for me to do on set in the middle of takes, or any time when it's possible. I hung out with Millie for a day in rehearsals, and it was really wonderful to sort of to see her, because that is my younger self, and to be able to even just get a sense of her own personality. And then we also talked about the character, and seeing that she has a real toughness in her own self and her quality, sort of a quiet toughness, which was really something that I think is great for Jane, particularly for young Jane.
Whoa.
And I think she has blue eyes, so they put contacts on her, and it's funny seeing a little mini me running around.
Did you think these eyes are real? Think again.
So Kerry locked me in a haunted room at Haddon Hall, which not even the people who live in the house will even go into. I'm terrified of haunted rooms. Even just sort of sitting in there for 5 minutes on my own and feeling the weight of the history of the building, and even that room was kind of spooky, and helped me feel that kind of coldness and isolation of those houses that Jane would have lived in. And she would have been completely on her own, and for much longer than 5 minutes.
Who's Mr. Rochester?
Why, the owner of Thornfield. Mr. Edward Fairfax Rochester.
I thought Thornfield Hall belonged to you.
Oh, bless you, child. What an idea. Me? I'm only the housekeeper.